Greetings, programs, and welcome to the special edition of the Tron Lives podcast, brought to you by no one but made because of D23, which happened, this past weekend. And guys, this is a really big deal. We have content.
Tron.
I'm so happy. We've wanted content for so long, and we finally have it. For those of you who are new here, I'm Day, and I'm joined by Reeds, and today we will be going over all the Tron information we got at D23 this past weekend.
Oh yeah, and I'll just say I spent most of today because of the Tron panel in a parking lot because I was picking up a new instrument. So yeah, you'll get a lot of parking lot stories as we break down what we got at D23.
Yeah. Okay, so this all starts last Friday, September 9th, the first day of D23. Disney and Marvel have their video game panel, which is live stream online. I didn't see it live, unfortunately. But while there, a trailer comes on showing an identity disc, and it's the official reveal of a game titled Tron Identity. The game is being developed by Bithell Games, who has made a format of games that's a mix of a visual novel and a puzzle game, which is what Identity seems to be. From a story standpoint, this is set centuries in grid time after Legacy, but in a separate system that Flynn made for the ISOs, promising he would return, and then he, never did, because, clue.
Yeah, reintegration.
Yeah, so this grid has been left to evolve without user interference for centuries on their part. And so in this game, we're going to be playing as a character named Query, who's a detective. I'm sure you get the pun. Where something is stolen from the vault, and he is hired to figure out who it was. Query is what is known as a disciple of Tron. Has the same initials as Discs of Tron. That's kind of funny to me.
I didn't even notice that.
And he meets up with Grish, who is another detective who they say can either help or hinder your progress on this case. And then other characters we have include characters named Proxy, Prinz, Sierra, Cass, and Ada. This is not the same Ada from Uprising. Their Instagram confirmed that Ada, in this case, is an original character, which makes sense because the character is just named after the first female programmer, for the most part, Ada Lovelace. So, makes sense multiple programs could have that name. Bithell has confirmed that the game will have multiple endings. Like I said, it's a visual novel with puzzle elements with it. They've been pushing the puzzle part more, though, from what I've seen at least, even though a majority of the screenshots on the Steam page are of the visual novel aspect. But makes sense, story. I'm so excited for this game. Mostly just because it's Trontent, but I've had a couple interactions with some of the devs on Twitter, and they just are the biggest nerds ever, and it's great. In my non-professional opinion, I fully trust them with this game. I don't know your opinion on it, Reeds, but...
And I just want to say just a huge congratulations to Mike and his team. Really, giving us this huge announcement, and we're so excited for when the game comes out. And of course, he's been highlighting each of his team on Twitter. Still excited for the composer because I was really excited when we heard the variation of the Son of Flynn on the Steam trailer, which is also available on Steam. And what you should do right now, log into your Steam and wishlist the game because it's already there. All you gotta do is click wishlist.
Make one so you can wishlist this game.
Yes, and this is also coming out for consoles as well. So
I did confirm that's coming out for consoles. The game is coming out in 2023. We don't know when in 2023, but we know for a fact it's 2023. Something interesting is that Bithell Games' Twitter bio says that they're working on Tron Things, plural. And at first, when I saw some people pointing that out, I thought they were just looking too hard into it. But then Bithell Games replied to one of the tweets with just a smiley face. Um, so who knows? Maybe we'll get a sequel to Identity or some other game. We'll find out.
Or they probably have DLC or ready to go.
Fingers
So,
crossed. Seriously.
or like, pre-order exclusive pre-order content. I mean, that's always a big bonus if it is.
I just hope if there is that it is available still after launch because like I don't like it when content in games is gatekept like that, you know?
Oh, yeah, I can name a few games that do that.
But you know that we're real nerds when we get excited because there's trees in a video game.
Trees are canon, let's go.
That was literally us when the game was announced. We were looking at the Steam pictures. Let's go, trees are canon.
I say that as I'm having my churro shake right now.
Up to this extent in canon, the most we've had of nature was rain, snow, and rocks. So like trees are a big deal here. Um,
Tron rocks are canon.
what is that shake
We
doing to
have
you? Sheesh.
Look, you told me to get it, okay? Then again, I did say whenever we record an episode, I have to get a shake. So,
Well, that's what I'm hearing. Um, but yeah, I'm very excited to see where Identity goes. I hope we learn more about it soon. And I hope that maybe eventually we can have some of the devs on to talk about it because it's epic. I just can't wait for it to come out. So,
yes, and
throughout all of the live streams they were doing every day for the con, they were airing a trailer for Tron Light Cycle Run, which is the roller coaster coming out in Orlando. I don't know why I say coming out like it's a piece of media. It's opening in Orlando. The ride was supposed to open in 2020, and then, there was a thing. So it got pushed to 2021, got delayed again to 2022, and then it's just been unlisted for like a good, I don't know, 12 months at this point. We knew they were building it. I mean, I was in Disney recently and got to see a test run of it. It looks epic. But we didn't have a release date. Until today, at the Disney Parks panel, today as in when we're recording this, September 11th, which was the final day of D23, at the Disney Parks panel, they gave us a release window for it. Tron Light Cycle Run is officially opening in Walt Disney World in spring of 2023. Let's go. I'm so
excited. Yeah, I'm going to be down in Florida in July giving a presentation, and so perfect. Disney's going to be one of my first stops once my flight lands, and of course the first place I'm going to. Yeah, but yeah, okay. Parking lot story one. Yeah, so I was at a fast food restaurant in the parking lot and then just vibing, checking my phone. I had the Disney D23 live stream going in my car because since this was the last day, the first thing they were doing was all like the park stuff. I was like, "Oh, maybe they'll talk about the ride." And yeah, they gave us a time area, spring 23, perfect. I'll be done with year one of my master's, yay. But yeah, I was freaking out in the car. And yeah, I am super excited for Tron Light Cycle Run. Um, for any coaster enthusiasts that are listening, and for those that don't know, Tron Light Cycle Run is made by Vekoma. They've done really well with a couple of Disney coasters. And Disney and Vekoma, work really well. And this is going to be a perfect ride for Orlando. I mean, it definitely did really well in Shanghai, and we're so excited to see what it's going to do in Orlando.
For sure, yeah. So, our last thing on the agenda today, there was a panel called Back to the Grid celebrating 40 years of Tron. Which, yeah, for those of you who don't know, July 9th, 2022 was the 40th anniversary of the original Tron movie. So they went to the panel. I unfortunately did not get to go because I wasn't at D23, but I was talking with some people who were on the inside, and there unfortunately were no new announcements. There were some cool interviews with the art and VFX team of the film. Plus, they sat down with Bruce Boxleitner, one of the film's producers, and one of the DGAs from the movie, and got to talk with them, which is really cool. But the coolest part is what happened right after the panel, which I've only heard this from like 2 or 3 separate sources so far, so I don't know how credible it is. But um supposedly, when asked about Tron 3, Bruce Boxleitner said, "A little birdie told me it's in development," and he also made it clear that he would not be at D23 for a Tron panel if he wasn't willing to return to the role. Once again, this isn't confirmation, it's just something he might have said. I've talked with a couple people who were there to try and see if they'd heard him said it. I've got nothing back as of now, so take it with a giant grain of salt.
It's on the table, but it's not like official yet.
Yes, yeah, so please don't go running to all your places going, Tron 3 is happening, Tron 3 is real.
Yeah, just wait.
We don't know for sure.
Yeah, just wait for official confirmation. Yeah. I think one of the favorite things I saw was Bruce was saying, to all the people that attended, the pan was all like, you guys are the ones that want more Tron, that keep Tron going. And you meaning the fans. And that really, that was a feelies moment. Anyways, another parking lot story. Yeah, I picked up this new clarinet at 2 p.m. I didn't leave this town until 3:30 because of the panel. Because there were so many things happening. And I was all like, I'm not gonna drive on the highway and then like have anxiety while, reading through the panel. So I kind of I parked at a grocery store and just was there for about like 45 minutes until like the panel officially ended.
Yeah, so, circling back to identity, because, that's our biggest thing, so I want to talk about it some more. Um,
I'm still having the shake, so go ahead.
So, after the announcement of Tron Identity, the head of Bithell Games, Mike Bithell, and Disney producer Heidi Vargas sat down with IGN to talk about it. I mentioned the interview a little bit earlier, I think. Um, and in it, they specifically, like, they were talking about the lore, and Mike Bithell was like, "Oh, well, I'll say this for r/Tron here," like, referring to the subreddit. And that was just really cool, because it was like, hey, he knows the things. Um, and it's really cool to see a dev team being involved with the community, and like the interactions they've been having on Twitter this past weekend with the community are awesome, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. And honestly, like from what we heard of the panel from like the people who were there, it seems like it was a really cool and really fun time.
Oh yeah.
Um there were a lot of fun people there, some Disney legends, and honestly, I wish I could have been there. Like, I really do.
Same. Like I wish I could have been there too, but grad school and I'm busy. I have an additional teaching job, so yeah, it's crazy.
But either way, I'm very happy for everyone who got to go. Um, like Bruce said, all of you listening to this are the people who keep Tron alive. And that no matter what Disney announces or not, that sense of community that we have and these relationships that we've built within it, Disney can't take that away. Tron lives. That's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah, some people say, all the Trontent was either a hit or a miss. I think this was a big hit for us because, we've been waiting for quite a while. And the fact that we got so much, we got something on Friday, we got Identity, and then, today we got the ride. And I to me, I this is only the beginning. I feel like, starting like today and forward before the ride comes out, we might get more.
Yeah. And like there I saw more than a few people a little upset and disappointed that, our next piece of Tron 10 is, a visual novel. Ugh, I wanted my open world Assassin's Creed game. And like, yeah, I do too. But I think this is our first step towards something like that. And sure, identity may not be, the magnum opus of this world that we want, but I still have full confidence in that team to tell an amazing story and to give us amazing things. And if this game does well, who knows what they'll do with the franchise. Like honestly,
Yeah,
with the coaster, 2023 is going to be a great time to be a Tron fan.
absolutely.
Like considering our last game was Runner and our last game with a story was Evolution back in 2010, this is a big deal. Regardless of whether you're like, oh, it's a visual novel, I don't want to play that. Give it a shot. Honestly, like, don't knock it till you try it. I'm gonna be trying out some of Bithell Games' previous games in the coming weeks. I'll let y'all know on future episodes what I think of them. Um, and yeah, just remember that no matter what, we are an amazing community.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, visual novels. This is definitely a new genre of gaming for me because I'm so used to playing shooting games like 2.0 and so this is definitely something I'm looking forward to. It's a new genre for me and I'm really excited.
Yeah, here's the thing. If we have the merch, oh, we should talk about the merch. One last thing. We need to talk about the merch because it's not out yet,
This is true. Not as
but
of when we're recording. Hopefully, it will be soon. ShopDisney.com, please.
Yeah, I mean, let me tab the page real quickly. I'm just curious.
So, for context, there is a D23 exclusive Tron 40th Anniversary collection, and we've been refreshing the page since Friday, hoping that it would be available online. And as of now, it has not. And I know a lot of the cool stuff sold out at D23. I just want to know what they got. I did see that Mike Bithell had gotten a jacket from that collection, and he got it signed by Bruce Boxleitner. And man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, legendary, but still, it's just a huge, congratulations to Mike. I'm, really excited. So, some of the things that they sold at D23, they had a couple of exclusive pins. One with like a bit neutral, a 40th anniversary one, that different from the one they sold back in July. They also had two helmets, one red and one blue. And then they also had the Flynn's Arcade ones and then two sets of Tron patches. And of course, the jacket that Day mentioned earlier, they had that with the Tron 40th sewn on there. And then they also had a T-shirt that had Tron 40th, and then the back it said Flynn's. And then of course they also released the Loungefly backpack, which of course I heard was sold out. But knowing Loungefly, um, if it ends up selling out online as well, I can guarantee that when the ride opens in 2023, Loungefly is going to resupply it with the amount of demand that, a lot of us are going to be asking for the backpack. Loungefly will definitely make more and have them ready at in Orlando.
I sure hope you're right, because, like, guys, this backpack is like your normal glow in the dark, but it also has LEDs on it, and oh my gosh, I want it so bad. There are no listings
Same.
for it as of recording. I did check, but we'll find
yeah, and
out
of
if they
course,
saved any for online. We'll find that out whenever they decide to drop it.
Yeah, we'll see. But Loungefly is really good with restocking their products. So, I have full hopes that they will. And then, of course, we can always wait until July. And I kind of need the backpack because I'm also going to be at a convention in Orlando. So I kind of need that because Tron, and I would like to promote because I'm going to make ribbons also.
Nice, nice. But I think that's all we got for today. That's the end of our emergency broadcast of your
Yes.
D23 Tron news. Um, if you want, you can go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Discs of Tron. You can follow Reeds over at Tron MIDI Archive. Once again, Instagram and Twitter. And you can follow the podcast at Tron Lives Podcast on Instagram and at Tron Lives _ on Twitter. And as always, don't forget to join the Tron Community Discord server. There's some amazing people there, including me and Reeds.
Yeah.
And you can meet some other amazing fans. So I'd say give it a shot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And if you guys have any questions or any like business inquiries, we do have an email that you can contact us.
Yes, we do. tronlives2010@gmail.com. Hit us up. We would love to talk with y'all. Whenever I get an email in that inbox, it makes my day, even though most of them are just Google being like, you good?
Google's just giving you a vibe check. It's all good.
But yeah, so we'll see y'all this Friday with a new episode. And remember,
Yes.
Tron lives.
For the good of the uprising.
End of line.